And welcome back to the Ross Draper Ice Garden here in Ross Draper, Pennsylvania. Once again, I'm Anthony D'Agostino. Alongside me is Stephen Ruffing. And Steve, big game against the Penn State Altoona Nittany Lions versus the Cal 2 Vulcans. Before we go into the starting lineup, we got some top scorers for both teams. Starting off with the Nittany Lions, Steve.
Yeah, we have Armin Astorian with 1 goal and 4 assists, totaling 5 points. So he's going to be flying up and down the ice, looking for those passes to other players for Penn State Altoona. And then the Vulcans, we have a leading scorer of Jacob Colarossi with 2 goals and 3 assists, also totaling 5 points. And like I said before, he's going to be flying up and down the ice for the Vulcans.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game because, again, Steve, the weather outside is very warm and humid, and inside that translates to soft ice.
Yeah, that puck, it's not going to be sliding like you usually see. It's going to be bouncing all over the place every time it's hitting the air, so it's going to be a very uncomfortable feel for these players when they're stick handling.
About ready to get going with the face-off. The starting lineups for California at center, number 23, Chris Schmidt. At right wing, number 22, Rick Myers. Left wing, 17, Tom Perchuri. As we get underway here, Penn State Altoona wins the opening face-off. As California coming on defense in the near boards. They put it out to center ice. Penn State gets it. That is number 93, Mike Lassick. As California now in the offensive zone. A shot there and a save, but a rebound shot. Another great save by the goaltender for Penn State Altoona. As California just trying to get it in front of the net and goes out of play, Steve.
Yeah, and they had a couple opportunities there. Jake Shopes had almost an open net, but it was blocked by Penn State Nittany Lion.
As California now trying to get it back on offense. Sayer Eisenhower with it, and now Penn State with it now. Trying to go up the ice, and this is going to be an icing call against Penn State Altoona, so it'll bring it down in the offensive zone for California, Steve.
Yeah, early on, we're seeing California with it's totaled as 1 shot so far, but they clearly had about 4 or 5 opportunities in this first minute.
As Adam Brown on the faceoff, however, Armin Asdorian won the faceoff for Penn State. As California now on defense, just turning it over there to number 10, Sean Dolan, as he maneuvers the puck, but he loses the puck back to California, and then he wins the puck back in the far end.
Yeah, you got to watch those turnovers in your own zone, and California having a great forecheck so far.
Now, Penn State going in the offensive zone. California coming back on defense. Now Ross Koenig with it. All alone there, he just turns it over to Penn State Altoona's number 71, Mark Selverian, and he shoots it on net. And that's a no goal. They're going to say that was washed out, but it looked like John Bialik might have had a shot there.
Yeah, we're going to take a look here at the replay. Number 7, John Bialik scored here. I don't know why they're calling it off, but it looked like a clean goal. I'm not sure what the call was on that.
Well, it looked like maybe the goaltender saved it. That's Derek Hughes maybe caught in his glove, Steve. It's at a different angle from us, so we couldn't necessarily see it all the way, but it's going to be no goal, 18:28 to go in the first period. Penn State Altoona kind of controlling all the action here as Jake Shopes wins it for Penn State Altoona. As the play is in the near corner, as California comes out with it now. Tripping up on the play was Chris Schmidt, as that one just gets dumped in. Schmidt looking for the puck again, and gets it over now for Penn State Altoona's Mark Selverian. But California doing a good job there, but losing the puck is California. Jake Shopes with it now. He shoots, and just a great save by Hughes, as that one is going to have to come out of the zone. Penn State's going to have to retreat.
Yeah, Penn State, they had a great opportunity there. That 2-on-1, a huge hit there.
As now, it's number 18, Mitchell Ruprecht on it. He's in the zone. He's going to shoot. That one is just going to be wide of the goal. As Penn State with it now on the near boards. California doing a good job on defense. And that one's going to get kept in at the line by Sean Dolan, but it's going to be saved by Derek Hughes.
Early on, Anthony, we're seeing Penn State Altoona. They are absolutely crushing the players on this ice. They're looking for those big hits. We already see Austin Chase with a big hit, number 13, and Mitchell Ruprecht with another big hit. We're going to be looking out for aggressive game.
Andrew Estrino won that faceoff. He's trying to get the puck here for Penn State. Now bringing it around is Sean Dolan, but it's going to have to be taken back as the puck went over the blue line. As now Penn State dumps it back in. Goaltender Derek Hughes retreats to pick it up. Chaz Henry with it and passing it off near side. California trying to get something going on offense. But it's going to be picked up now by Penn State, so some turnovers here early for California. As Armin Andreessen coming in now, dumping it off. And just a bad play there by Penn State, but picked up by California. Trying to get their feel for the ice, and there's a huge hit there as there's going to be a penalty called here as California's player is down. And Steve, that was a huge hit.
Yeah, that's Adam Brown, number 19, down on the ice. So we take a look here at that hit. Like I said, Penn State Altoona just having some crushing hits right there. And that might be going to be called for a charging penalty. But Penn State Altoona, they came out. They're playing aggressive. They're playing strong hockey right now.
I believe that was Matthew Kelly that with the hit. As you see Adam Brown get up now. He's trying to get back to the ice. Don't want to see him get anyone get hurt because these boards are unforgiving, Steve.
Yeah, there's not much give to these boards, so getting hit, especially the ones without the glass, that was right next to the benches there. It's good to see him get up, but Penn State Altoona, hard hitting so far in this game.
So it's going to be a power play for California, I believe. As California trying to get something going again on offense, but Penn State with it now. No power play, actually, that's what they're saying. So no, just a clean hit is what they're saying. So California now coming back. It's going to be offsides as Tommy and Thierry went offside, came back a little too early.
Yeah, he was trying to get back there, but it just seemed to hit his skate. It didn't seem to go past him. Hit his skate and going to get caught on offsides.
As Chris Schmidt wins the faceoff for California, now battling in on the near boards. As, again, battling out the near blue line. Still battling it. California comes away with it now. Dumping it up ice. Chris Schmidt loses the puck, goes now to Penn State. As that's Daniel Nick Dance. And now he gets it off to John Filik. And California there just getting good job on defense as Penn State's going to have to retreat. Joseph Schuler dumps it up ice and picked up again by Penn State. Is trying to maneuver in the offensive zone. Some shots going there, and it's a great save by Derek Hughes right at the goal mouth. Doing a good job of closing up those pads, Steve.
So far, Derek Hughes, he's keeping this Vulcans team in the game so far as he covers it up with his glove right there. Absolutely fantastic awareness by the goalkeeper, keeping this one even at 0.
Estrino at the faceoff dot for Penn State. Just wide of the goal there, kind of trickled around, bouncing pucks again from the weather. And this one flips up and goes to California. Now back, Penn State trying to get back on offense. California going on defense. One there, and now California dumps it in. And Penn State dumps it back in. Back and forth action here. It's just losing control of the puck, but it's going to put it back center ice, Steve, and Penn State's going to just dump it back in.
Yeah, as you've seen there, California almost gave the puck up, and I'd have to say that's because of the ice. That puck just kind of got stuck there and fell off the stick.
They kept in play there by Penn State as California was trying to clear it. A missed pass there by Jacob Turner. As he gets the side swipe too, but Steve also, there is a door open on the far side. You can see it up there, but that might be part of the reason too, Steve.
Yeah, you never know. That very well could be. I mean, that door's open. It's warm out, and this ice, it's getting choppy.
That's cleared out by California, and it's going to be played with a high stick, so it's going to be played at the far blue line red dot here, near side. It's going to be, actually, they're going to call it down in California's offensive zone.
Yeah, and this is a good chance for California to get some shots on the board. Ever since that first minute, it has been Penn State Altoona all the way with 6 shots to California's 1.
As California trying to fight with it there. That's Richard Myers, but Penn State comes up with it. Almost a turnover. However, Armin as Durian comes up with it. And missed pass there in the near boards. California trying to get something going here. That is picked up by Richard Myers. As Schmidt's got it now, firing that one, just a glove save by the goaltender for Penn State Altoona as they pick it up now in their own defensive zone. And California back with it. Hitting the Penn State player is Armin Asdorian. He comes flying in, passing it over with a shot well high. And that was Michael Pila.
You can't waste an opportunity like that, shooting it way over the net.
And an icing here against California. So with 13:25 in the first period, they're going to be back in their own zone again.
Yeah, California with a nice shot there. And at this point in the game, just get anything on goal. With the way this ice is, you never know what kind of bounce that puck is going to take. So just keep firing it on Penn State Altoona's goalie.
And a win there for Penn State. As that one just trickles wide of the goal. Some tipping there, but Nick Dance trying to fire that one home. As California coming back on defense again. Turnover there, but California picks it up again due to the choppy ice. Now, flying over again. Poke check there by number 22, Jake Shopes. There's a shot there. A save made. As this one's going to come back to center ice.
Anthony, as you noticed early on in this game, Penn State Altoona, many times they have been shooting it low on the goalie's pads, trying to get that rebound and trying to get a dirty goal.
As California back in their own defensive zone, passing it up center ice now, dropping it off. It's tipped there, but it's going to be picked up again by Mark Salvarian of Penn State. As this will be an icing call again, Steve.
Yeah, back and forth this game has been so far. It's going to be in California's zone right now. And this is where you have to capitalize on your chances. This is where you're going to get all your shots on these icing calls where it goes back into your zone. And I said this before, get anything on goal at this point in the game.
As Adam Brown comes in for the faceoff for California. As a quick shot there, but a great save by number 39, Stephen Gilchrist, the goaltender for Penn State.
Yeah, you see that there was a nice rebound, a quick shot right off the faceoff. There was a rebound right off his pads. That's where you need to get some people in front of the net and try to tuck that puck home.
Adam Brown again in the faceoff. Andrew Estrillo wins it for Penn State as he dumps it around now to number 16, Michael Fila. As Fila dumps it up and is picked up there by Austin Chase. Chase going one-on-one with a great defensive play by Chaz Henry. Yeah, just knocking him off there.
You're not going to see better defense there from Henry. You see some stick handling, some dangles there from the Penn State Altoona player. We're going to take a look at the replay. That was number 13 for the Nittany Lions, Austin Chase. And then you're just going to see some great defense from Chaz Henry.
A quick shot there goes wide as California back in the defensive zone trying to clear it out, and they do. As they go now in the offensive zone, it's Chris Schmidt. Schmidt gets plastered on the boards, and it's a fight to the near side. As Richard Myers has it now. Again, a scrum on the boards. Myers getting hit there pretty hard as Penn State comes up with it. That's number 10, Sean Dolan. Dolan bringing it up ice now, passing it ahead. What a move there by Mitchell Ruprecht. But he's just losing control of the puck. Now a quick shot. Oh, on top of the net there. Steve, this Penn State team is firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're absolutely on fire right now, playing some tough, gritty hockey, some old-fashioned hockey, as the puck ends up on this on top of the net here is just saved by the Vulcans goaltender, but Penn State Altoona, they're firing from all cylinders right now.
It looked like Ross Kernick came in on defense as Andrew Estrino tried to shoot it up there, but it's going to be a Penn State puck in the center ice. As California dumps it back down, picked up by Penn State. Now Nick Denise with it. Passing it up ice, now in the California zone. Near boards. Penn State still's got it. As California comes back to retreat. And now picked up there by Armin Asdorian. Asdorian with it now. Actually, that's number 16, Michael Pila. And Penn State still controlling all the action. Michael Pila with a great save there by Derek Hughes. Glove side, trying to go glove side on Hughes, and he's had that pretty much on lockdown, Steve.
Yeah, Derek Hughes showing the trapper on that one, preventing another goal. He's just standing on his head so far in this game, and he has to keep it up if this Vulcans team wants to stay in this game.
Armin Asdorian, the center, as he wins it for Penn State Altoona. Picked up by California on a turnover. It's a 3-on-2. Now what can California do here? Crossing over is a shot there. And another try, but it's going to go back to the back part of the ice as Penn State picks it up now. Good defense there by PSU-Altoona.
They saw Chris Schmidt with a primetime opportunity there right in the slot, but sending it over the net off a Penn State Altoona stick.
Icing called there on Penn State Altoona, so California again getting a chance down in their offensive zone.
Yeah, we saw last time that quick shot right off the face-off. If you get something that, maybe try to win the face-off back to the point, get a low shot, and maybe try to get a rebound, maybe try to get a weird bounce of the puck, maybe a deflection, and see what kind of chance you could get.
As Dorian and Brown going at it for the face-off. As Dorian wins it to his player there. Brought up by Penn State. As Penn State with it now, trying to go across ice, and another save there by Derek Hughes. Mitchell Ruprecht trying to get something going there for his team.
Yeah, Penn State Altoona, they started that rush with a 2-on-1, and that was because you had Dakota Aperson. He was pushing up on that face-off, and then Penn State Altoona, they won it and left California Vulcans hanging on that.
That one's knocked off there by the Penn State player, but they retreat and try to bring it back up ice. As California will push it now back across the blue line as they retreat back on defense. California with it back in their own zone. Trying to get something going here as that was a pass there, but Penn State picks it up. And a turnover there, so going back and forth. Jacob Colarossi gets it to go up ice, and it's going to hit the goaltender, so no icing there as Penn State retreats now. Trying to look forward. A nice head pass up there as he continues up ice. And that's going to be stopped there by Derek Hughes. Again, 9:19 in the first period. Not really any intense action, Steve.
Well, I mean, there's some big hits. Of course, Penn State Altoona, they have a plethora of shots so far in this first period. Tallying up 10 so far. Derek Hughes has a clean sheet going so far.
Almost saw the linesman wipe out on the play in front of the goal. That would have been crazy to see. As a shot there by number 13, Austin Chase. Penn State still with it. Good defensive stand there. It's going to get kept in by number 14 for Penn State. 14 for Penn State. As Penn State with it. Again, kept in. Penn State all in the offensive zone here. As Sean Dolan wanted the puck there. As a miscommunication play, California comes back and tries to get it out. Now it looks like they will. It's going to be a 2-on-2 here. Tommy and Terry had it and lost it there to number 10, Sean Dolan. And it's a 2-on-1. It's going to be offsides if Penn State were to touch it. So California's getting a free opportunity here until they check up.
Yeah, you saw Ruprecht. He was trying to stay on sides there, tripped up and just slid off sides.
Again, Penn State Altoona back in their own zone. Daniel Nick Dance with it now. Passing it along to Mike Lassick. Lassick in the offensive zone. Tipped there by California's Dakota Apperson as he dumps it up ice. And a lot of neutral zone action here as Nick Dance with it. Shooting that one. And it's going to be out of play. And it's going to be inside the zone, so a nice save by Derek Hughes.
Yeah, and I think that one actually went off a stick. I don't think it got the chance to get to Derek Hughes here, as we see. But Penn State Altoona, so far in this game, getting all of their chances in that slot. Some prime-time shots that they're getting. California, they're leaving that slot wide open for the Nittany Lions to walk right through.
Ruprecht wins the faceoff, kept in there by Nick Dance. That's an inside pass and a save by Derek Hughes on number 18, Mitchell Ruprecht. Actually, that's number 19, Armin Asdorian.
Yeah, we're going to look here. The Nittany Lions getting in that slot again. That's where you want to be as an offense. They tallied up their 11th shot. Derek Hughes still has no goals against him so far.
California wins the draw. But Penn State gets it right back. And Derek Hughes with the great eyes there, seeing that one just sliding towards him.
Yeah, and the Nittany Lions, they're getting these low shots on Derek Hughes' pads, and he is not letting up any rebounds so far. He was early.
You see there the open door, making it hard there as that shot just got shanked on the play by Nick Dance. As Nick Dance going back here. As in the slot picked up by California. As that one just gets pushed back up. As Joseph Schuler with it, passing it off to Asdorian. Losing control of that one now. Nick Dance goes back to pick it up. Nick Dance with it. Trying to push up ice. 6:50 to go. Dance. Dancing around with the puck there. No defense there until finally. And California comes up with it. But there's a penalty on the play. Hooking will be the call. We'll see who goes to the box. Steve.
Yeah, but as you saw in that last play, number 4, Denise, he walked right through coast to coast. We're going to have a hooking on there. I can't see who that is.
Palarossi.
Jake, yeah, he's going to go for hooking, and those are penalties that you don't need right now.
Part of that's from the lack of communication on defense. No one knew who was supposed to pick up who, and Palarossi just stuck his stick out and pulled him a little bit with it. So with the Penn State firing all cylinders, they have a power play here. And a shot there saved by Derek Hughes. Penn State still in the offensive zone. As it's a pass now to Asdorian. Now cross pass picked up by California as the ice making the puck not travel as fast as Penn State may be used to. As they're going to have to retreat back in their own zone. Asdorian with it now. Asdorian pushing up ice, trying to poke check. It was California there. Asdorian moving up himself. And passing it off now to Lassick. Now to Asdorian. A cross ice pass there. Back to Asdorian. Just lost control of the puck. As they're going to have to pick it up now is Ruprecht. Ruprecht dumping it off to Lassick. Back to Ruprecht. Ruprecht with a shot, and that's going to go off the side of the cage, but still with Penn State puck. Asdorian with it now near side. Shot there, hit the California players. A great block by Richard Myers on the play.
Yeah, it almost hit the linesman on that one as he cleared the puck, but so far, great penalty kill from the Vulcans.
As Penn State Altoona coming up with it is Ruprecht. Losing control of it, now pick it up is California. They're just going to dump it off, and again, almost hitting the linesman right in the head. Good thing he's got a head on a swivel there.
Yeah, good thing he has that bucket too. That puck, that's something you don't want hitting on your head there.
Definitely not, as Sean Dolan moves up with it, stops at the blue line. Now passing off to Nick Dance, who lost control but picks it back up. Dance loses control of the puck on his pass, and that's going to go out of play. And we'll see if this is a penalty, Steve.
Yeah, that could very well be a delay of game. Referee has his hands up right now, and they're not going to call it, luckily. Vulcans are lucky on that one. It could have very well been a delay of game.
As number 13, Austin Chase, has it now. As Chase still has it. Now it's back to Nick Dance. Nick Dance fires a shot, and that one gets shanked off to the far side. Penn State's still with it as the penalty is over. And Mario sounds are coming out now, so I guess Mario has left the penalty box. As now Sean Dolan again with it as the puck gets pushed out by California. So Nick Dance is going to have to retreat for it now. 4:25 to go. Dolan with it now. Lost there, picked up by California. This is number 19, Adam Brown. Brown passing it up, but just goes out of reach. But Penn State now on a 1-on-2, losing control of the puck, but he keeps it in play. And John Bialik with it, and a save by Derek Hughes on that shot.
Another great save by Hughes, having a perfect game right now with 16 saves.
Now California with it, Adam Brown. Losing control of the puck as everyone's falling on the ice here. Now Colarossi with it. Colarossi dancing around the defender there. It just gets poke checked away by Sean Dolan. Kept in play by California. Dolan back for Penn State. Now Nick Dance. As California with center ice, dumping it back in. Stopped at the blue line, Penn State with it. Now California has it as they dump it back in their offensive zone. Nick Dance behind the net. Pulls it out himself. Passing it up now to McCafferty. As he dumps that one in. As still picked up by Penn State Altoona, it's Jake Shopes. Shopes gives it right over to California, who just gives it right back to Asdorian. Asdorian dumps it off McCafferty. He's going to pick it up, but California now has it. Nick Dance coming back for Penn State in his own zone. Back and forth we go. No score. 2:45 to go in the first. Penn State threatening. Save there by Derek Hughes on a shot from number 14.
Yeah, and Derek Hughes, he's just trying to slow this game down, kind of give the Vulcans a chance to take a breather. They're looking tired out there. They're going to try to want to set something up here as they've been playing some very strong defense so far.
As Joseph Schuler has it now. A poke check by Derek Hughes, the goaltender. California and Penn State battling for it near side. Now Penn State's got it. And a save there by Derek Hughes. What a save as, again, defense wasn't there.
Yeah, Derek Hughes keeping this team in it as he gets the puck very close in the goalie's crease. Derek Hughes covers that puck right up and just swallows it and stops the play.
As Dorian the center here. As Dorian loses the face-off. Now California with it. As Penn State now has it. As Lassick misses a pass there, but a nice save by Penn State, but California gets it right back, dumping it in. Dolan with it, dancing around the California defense. Slap shot coming, glove saved by Derek Hughes.
And it seems like from that shot, from the captain there, it seems like they're getting a little frustrated on the ice. You know, ever since that shot, they've been working some plays, trying to set something up, but right there, you just see Jared Harbaugh fire a slap shot. No, I'm sorry, not Jared Harbaugh. Sean Dolan fire a shot with frustration.
Estrino wins the faceoff to number 14. As now California's got it. That's Sire Eisenhower. Eisenhower dumping it in, shooting it on net. Easy save there for Stephen Gilchrist as a battle on the far boards. As Penn State Altoona comes up with it. Getting off now is Mitchell Ruprecht. Ruprecht keeping it himself, now giving it off to Austin Chase. Chase dumping it off to Ruprecht. Ruprecht with a shot, and that's a glove save by Derek Hughes.
Yeah, Derek Hughes showing that leather on his left side with another great save. That's going to be his 20th save, and it's only the first period, Anthony.
This is crazy, Steve. 20 shots in the first period.
Yeah, and 20 saves. I mean, what's more impressive, the 20 shots, 20 saves? Derek Hughes
saves.
Standing on his head.
As a win by Penn State Altoona. As he's trying to get that one up there. California sends that one away. Ross Koenig did a good job defensively there. As Nick Dance with it for Penn State Altoona. Nick Dance dumping it up ice. Picked up by California. As this will be now picked up by Penn State Altoona's Nick Dance again. 1 minute remaining in the period here. Still no score. As Penn State Altoona trying to get something moving here. Andrew Estrino with it. Getting it off now, trying to get this Austin Chase. As Chase gets it and loses the puck to California. And they just dump it back. No icing call here. As Joseph Scholler is back for Penn State. And he's going to pass it to Nick Dance. Nick Dance with it. Dancing around there. Still with it. Going around the net. As he dumps it off now to Schuler. Schuler tries to get a redirected shot, but nothing doing there as Ross Koenig dumps it out. California maybe on a breakaway here. Just a poke check there by Daniel Nick Dance. As time running out here. 1 second. And that'll do it, Steve. So the end of the first period, it's 0-0. And the shot's 20-2.
Yeah, the Vulcans, they're going to have to figure something out because the Nittany Lions, they're close. They're close of getting that first goal. California, they're going to want to talk in the locker room, break down defensively, see what they could do offensively, and get back into this game.
Well, we reached the end of the first period. Score tied 0-0. We're going to take a break here for intermission. Stay tuned for Vulcan's hockey right here on CUTV.
The longest student-produced show on CUTV. Is back with highlights and analysis, scores and standings, and more. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Save preset 1 for Cal U's best music. More music in the car. More music in the door. More music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation. Playing Cal U's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL Power 92.
Back for its third season. With more live episodes and brand new games. With host Stephen Ruffing. It's
The Multimedia Access Center is an open lab where California University students can work on an assignment, attend a workshop, print a document for class, or take advantage of a variety of services such as large format printing, web development, and graphic design. Located in the renovated Natali Student Center across from the student bookstore, the Mac Lab is also your home for OrgSync support and services. For hours of operation or for more information, stop by the Mac Lab, visit our website, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
And welcome back to the Ross Draper Ice Garden here on CUTV, where the Cal 2 Vulcans and the Penn State Altoona Nittany Lions are tied at 0. Again, I'm Anthony D'Agostino alongside me, Steven Ruffing. And Steve, 0-0, something we weren't expecting with 20 shots on goal.
Yeah, Penn State Altoona tallying up 20 shots in that first period. Derek Hughes, the California goaltender, 20 saves, 0-0. And here we have some highlights for you. We have a shot there from Penn State Altoona. That was number 16, Michael Pilla. They're all going to be saves from Derek Hughes because, he had an outstanding first period as Penn State Altoona, as you see again with a slap shot there from the captain, Sean Dolan, and another save from Derek Hughes. In Penn State, you see they're getting into that slot. They're getting into that prime territory, and that's where they're firing all their shots off from. They're not setting anything up really at the point besides that big slap shot from Sean Dolan. And so California, they're going to want to look out for that.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, the ice really soft, causing players to fall. Ice bouncing all over the place, shots not going the way they want them to, and also fatigue. It's really doing a number on both of these players.
Yeah, someone closed that door up there. The ice is melting. No, I'm kidding. But like you said, this ice, it's not in good condition with how warm it is. And of course, we believe there's a door open up in the corner of the rink, and so they have to just kind of get a feel for it and try to make the best of it.
And the building is kind of older building, and probably doesn't have the state-of-the-art technology, freezing technology that most NHL or even American Hockey League or ECHL teams would have in their arenas or rinks. So it's going to make do with what it is. You can see them there on your top left door, the top left door right there.
Yeah, you're going to be looking at that door there. Can one of those two people maybe close that door? Who knows? But it's definitely affecting this ice. And the door that we're actually have propped open to run all of our cables, that a lot of people have told us about, we can't have that door propped open, but we have that door covered with a nice tarp there. It's taped
all up.
Yeah, taped all up. It's sealed shut. No air getting through our way. So, hey, we'll see what happens in this second period.
As we're about ready to get underway, both teams coming out. As California's still in their huddle there, trying to figure out what they're going to do. Now they're going to the right. Penn State Altoona going to the left as the periods have changed. And also, welcome to you guys watching live on CUTV Sports 1, our YouTube page. CUTV Sports 1, our YouTube page. Hopefully all you are watching that and enjoying this hockey game. As we're getting ready here, Jacob Colarossi ready for the face-off.
And Anthony, I want to mention, we don't get to do much hockey throughout the season. Very late games, past all of our bedtime, so it's good to get out here on homecoming.
This is actually Chris Schmidt on the ice there. But Penn State Altoona going right back where they left off. As it's going to be a shot there, and it's a goal! Finally, a goal comes here from Penn State Altoona. Wasn't able to see his number on his play, but it was number 18. Let's get Steven Ruffing there. Mitchell Ruprecht. Look at his goal, Steve.
Look, right off that pass. What a fantastic pass cross ice there to Mitchell Ruprecht, and he's been all over the place. He's had a couple shots so far. The 21st shot on Derek Hughes goes right past them for a Penn State Altoona goal.
And just misfortune there for Hughes. Did a great effort as California wins the draw. Colarossi with it, dancing around and giving it off. As that shot is going to go wide. That was Adam Brown. As a shot there goes off the goaltender, Ross Koenig with the shot.
It's a good shot there by Ross Koenig, getting that low shot off the pads, trying to get a rebound on that.
As now number 19, at Armin as Dorian. Actually, that's Austin Chase, excuse me. And miscommunication by California and a blocked shot by Richard Myers as Penn State Altoona player lost his stick. And there's going to be a penalty coming here, and there's going to be a slashing call against California, Steve.
Yeah, we'll see who's going to the sin bin on that one. It looks like it's going to be, well, we'll see here. I believe it's going to be number 12, Dakota Aperson. Yeah, and it is a slash there. Can't do that. He's going to serve 2 minutes on that one. And that's something you don't need when you're down 1-0 in the second period, early in the second period.
As Mitchell Ruprecht wins the draw. Lassick with it at the top here. Passing it off. Now back cross ice to Asdurian. Asdurian to Lassick. His shot goes off the goaltender, and Penn State Altoona will have to retreat for that one. As Lassick bring it in the offensive zone. Far side, shooting it there. Saved there by Derek Hughes.
And that's what Derek Hughes needs to do on this penalty kill here. Keep this team alive with some big saves as he's had there. Going on the far side of the ice with a nice shot, but it was right at Hughes' chest for an easy save.
Ruprecht loses the draw there. California wins it, but it's going to be saved there by Asdurian. Back over to Asdurian now. At the top of the blue line. Asdurian tries to shoot it there, but it's going to go off a California player and out of the zone. As Penn State Altoona coming in is Michael Pila. Pila's shot goes off body of California. That's Chaz Henry. But Penn State Altoona maintains possession in the offensive zone. Going cross ice to Lassick. However, California will get there first and dump it out. Less than a minute in the penalty.
Now, Hughes is going to be thanking his defenders because, I mean, although there has been 23 shots so far, there's been a lot of blocked shots by the California defense.
Poke check player as Penn State's number 18, Mitchell Ruprecht, just shot it out himself, so they're going to have to retreat here. As Durian with it, charging up ice. Maintains possession of the puck, dancing through the defense, and he shoots the puck off the side of the goal.
Showing his slick moves on that one before he got his shot off.
Lassick with it now. Now over to Chase. Chase back to Lassick. Lassick has a shot tipped, and it's going to be off the side of the cage, and the net came off its moorings as Sean Dolan trying to get a goal there.
Yeah, Penn State Altoona, they have 12 seconds on this power play here. They're going to be looking to get a goal, but California so far, their penalty kill looking strong, looking very strong.
12 seconds to go in the penalty kill for California. As Richard Myers comes in to take the draw with Austin Chase. Chase wins it to number 10, Sean Dolan. Blocked shot. Chase passing it off now. Now Dolan with it. Dolan gets a shot, but a save there by Derek Hughes as the Mario Brothers sound comes out, and actually Devin Christie, I believe, came out of the penalty box.
Now, Anthony, I saw before on the ice, Richard Myers, he was down holding his leg. He skated off the ice. He skated out on his own, but he's holding something there. He's a little shaken up. Actually, it's his hand.
Yeah, he might have blocked a shot off his hand there as Penn State Altoona wins the draw. Scrum on the boards there. Altoona with it. He gets it off to Chase. Chase with a tough angle shot picked up there by California. And the Vulcans with it now. Now Penn State has it again. John Bialik passing it off to number 14, John Brzeznicki. That's a glove save by Derek Hughes. He doesn't want that one to play any longer.
Now Hughes just swallows that puck up there with his trapper, not letting anything past his glove today. Has been strong on that glove side, and we're not going to pass him on that one.
Schmidt loses the draw, picked up there by Dolan, and that one just goes wide of the net. Picked up again by Penn State Altoona. Jeremy Madrid with it now. As they lose the control of the puck, California trying to dump it out, and they do. However, Penn State will maintain possession here. And this one will be an icing. Actually, no, the referee washed it out. So no icing here. California with the puck. And lost it again, but they're going to have to retreat here. No icing yet again. So Jacob Colarossi picking it up for California. Now Dakota Apperson. Picked up by Turner Jacobs and loses that pass. Picked up there by Penn State Altoona. Sean Dolan with it. Dolan with a tough angle shot, goes high and wide. As that one goes out of play, Andrew Estrino having to go back and pick it back up.
The Nittany Lions, they're not letting the Vulcans set anything up right now, having a very tough forecheck going on right now. As California, they're going to get an icing call. It's going to be in their zone, and they're going to be looking to get a chance off this face-off. Whatever they have to do, just get that puck on the net, try to get a rebound, try to get a deflection, try something, just anything to get this puck on the net.
Start here is now Adam Brown taking a face-off for California. Brown losing the face-off, but trying to get something going on defense. And picked up there, loose puck, and it's still free. What's happening? Can't tell, but the referee's going to wash it out. It's right at the goal crease. Poke checks everywhere, Steve. Goaltender flying, and we're going to take a look at the replay.
Number 39, Steven Gilchrist. I mean, just great awareness there. Amongst all of the chaos going on, he prevents that puck from going into the net. The ref calls it a dead play, but Gilchrist standing on his head. Never know if he could get a little rusty out there with not many shots on net, but he stays on his head on that one.
And California wins it and picks it back up. Schweier Eisenhower loses control there, and it's going to be dumped back, but picked up by California as they dump it in. As number 19, Adam Brown, coming in to chase. As Penn State has it. It's going to be a shot and a save there. Michael Pyle with a shot. However, Penn State maintains possession. As they dump it back in. Far side. A quick shot there and a save made there by Howard again. Hayes. As Penn State Altoona is still within the offensive zone. California just can't get it out. And swung and a miss there. Still in the offensive zone. Kept in there by number 4, Nick Dance. Penn State with it near side. A tip on goal, and he just gets it cleared. This is going to be an icing penalty call against California. Another great save by Derek Hughes on a tough shot.
Yeah, another great save, but that all started from Penn State's forecheck that has been very strong so far in this second period. That's what they're doing. They're getting this nice forecheck, not letting California get the puck out of their zone, just keep firing the puck on Derek Hughes.
Jake Shopes and Adam Brown. And Adam Brown gets tossed out of the faceoff dot on there, so someone's going to have to replace him. As number 2, Ross Koenig comes in. Now win there by Penn State Altoona. A quick shot blocked there by California as they clear it out. However, Penn State comes right back. Brzezinski with a shot and save there by Derek Hughes yet again. So it's going to come right back into California's zone, Steve.
Yeah, it's their 28th shot. They're absolutely bombarding Derek Hughes, but he's staying strong. Only giving up one goal so far. Firing from past the blue line, Penn State Altoona was, as you saw there. But Derek Hughes staying strong, covering that puck up.
Shopes wins the draw. Another save by Derek Hughes. As California with it now. A bad pass there as it gets kept in the zone. California still trying to clear it out of the zone. And it goes behind the net now for Dakota Apperson. Apperson with it now for California. Still trying to get out of their zone. A clear play there picked up by Penn State Altoona. As Brzezinski loses control of the puck, California dumps it in. No icing call here. It's down near side in the offensive zone for California. Penn State with it now, trying to get out of their zone, and they lose control of the puck, but it's going to be offsides on Chris Schmidt.
Yeah, Schmidt had a good opportunity there. Jumped a little early. That puck just went out of the zone. It's going to be called for icing. Almost a good opportunity. They could have had a quick 2-on-1 against Penn State Altoona, and that was almost their chance, but it was called offside.
As going to be in the near side faceoff dot, won by Penn State Altoona. As they now go in the offensive zone. Dancing around there as a quick shot goes high, and that was Michael Pyle, I believe. Now picked up by Austin Chase. As a quick shot again, trying to get some redirections, but California defense not being able to get anything. As another quick shot, but blocked there. As that one goes tipping around. Penn State Altoona still with it. Off the side of the cage on that one. California defense looking very tired out there. As California loses control of the puck. And it's going to be a quick shot. It's going to go wide of the cage, and there's going to be a stoppage here. I believe the cage net came off its moorings yet again.
Yeah, that was a close one. Penn State Altoona, look at this replay. Absolutely relentless in the offensive zone right now. California not able to get that puck out due to the Nittany Lions. Fantastic forecheck going on right now.
Michael Pyle wins the faceoff to Brzezinski. Quick shot there, save made by Derek Hughes. And I believe that is his 29th save, 30th shot, Steve.
Well, you never know how that's going. It seems like there has been more than 30. It seems like 28 shots has been up there for a while, but they're going to count that as his 28th save, but 29th shot.
Michael Pyle wins the draw again as Durian gets it over to Dolan, but just losing control of it. Now as Durian dumps it back in. California with it now, going to Jake Colarossi. Colarossi dumps it over as California picks it up now. And this is Schmidt. Schmidt losing control of the puck, picked up there by Dolan. Now over to Brzezinski. Brzezinski is just kept on side, and a shot there, saved by Derek Hughes. Michael Pyle with a good shot. As Jake Colarossi picks it up for California. Now Dolan dumping it in. And it's going to be picked up by Penn State Altoona, and a quick shot and a save made by Derek Hughes. As California retrieves it now. Just dumping it out was Chris Schmidt.
You saw that last opportunity by Penn State Altoona. You had Pyle and Lasik. They kind of were fighting for the puck. Didn't realize they're on the same team on that one. Almost had an open shot.
Dolan dancing right in himself, going right through the defense. A shot and a goal by the assistant captain for Penn State Altoona.
That was number 8. Was that number 18 again, Michael Ruprecht? I believe it was. Goes top shelf where Grandma keeps her cookies, and you're not saving that one.
That was actually number 19, the leading scorer, Armin Asdorian, Steve.
Yeah, absolute shot. I mean, there's only so much that Derek Hughes can do on that one. Goes right over his shoulder, and that was top corner.
And Penn State Altoona wins the draw yet again as they move in the offensive zone. A quick shot there, saved by Derek Hughes, and he'll cover that one up for a face-off for California.
Yeah, Penn State not letting up on Derek Hughes right now. Just keeping those shots coming. 31 shots so far, and we're only in the second period. A plethora of shots from Penn State Altoona.
Another face-off win by Penn State Altoona as they dump it in to Jake Shopes. He passes it off to Mark Silverian. A quick shot there goes wide. And it's going to go out of the zone, so Penn State Altoona is going to retreat with it as they pass it back and forth. As they go in the neutral zone, just losing the puck there was John Bialik. Off a skate of California players, so still in the zone of Penn State, but they maintain possession. As Penn State just passing it around, now Nick Dance with it. Passing it off to Bialik. Bialik with some speedy feet there as that shot goes wide. Kept in, though, by Penn State Altoona. A shot and a good save by Derek Hughes as Mark Silverian had a nice shot there, Steve.
Yeah, the Nittany Lions shooting from any spot on the ice right now. They're pretty unpredictable on offense. They switched up their play. They're not really looking for the slot shot as much. They're setting things up and just shooting from everywhere on the ice.
Strino with a quick shot off the faceoff goes off the cage. As California trying to get something going here, maybe a 2-on-1, but a nice poke check there by Brzezinski as he picks it up now in his own zone. Brzezinski moving himself up the ice, keeping it himself. Shot there, glove save by Derek Hughes. He was trying to go top shelf. Hughes said, no, sir.
No, he's showing that trapper once again. Looks like it was going to be over the net, but Derek Hughes playing it safe. Kind of just grabbing it with that puck with his trapper. Great save by Derek Hughes.
As Andrew Estrino. Shot there by Austin Chase. As it's still kept in. A quick shot off the pads of Derek Hughes. As California still trying to keep it moving. As they come trying to get the puck, as they move it up ice, and a big collision there as Richard Myers was ran into on the play. Penn State Altoona dumping it into the California zone. Now they still maintain possession of the puck. Now they lose it to California. That just careens out there, and it looks like it might be an icing penalty call here, but it will be touched first by Brzezinski. As goaltender for Penn State Altoona picks it up and gives it to Brzezinski. Penn State with all of the time of possession basically so far, Steve.
Yeah, they're not giving up on this game here. 2 goals just doesn't seem enough for them.
As California with a quick shot and a goal there for California. It's Ross Koenig on the play.
Ross Koenig going top cheese there on number 39, Stephen Gilchrist, with their 5th shot, their first goal, finally getting on the board in the second period. Look at that prime time shot right there in the middle of the slot, going top cheese. Beautiful goal.
Yeah, Ross Koenig flips it with his wrist shot there right over the glove of Gilchrist. And with that, it brings California within 1 of tying this contest with 8:03 to go in the second period, Steve.
Yeah, Gilchrist, he's going to be asking Derek Hughes for some glove lessons after that one.
Now Penn State not wanting to let up now as California trying to use some of that momentum off that last goal. Moving up ice is Eisenhower. Losing the puck there, but picked up by Penn State Altoona. Austin Chase. Chase went a shot, and it goes off the pads of Derek Hughes. Kept in by Penn State as they lose it there. Nick Dance dumps it in. Picked up, and what a move there, and a pass, and a better save there by Derek Hughes. As Penn State Altoona trying to fire on all cylinders. As Durian goes to pick it up here, dropping it off for Lassick. Pilot dumping it off now to Nick Dance. Lassick getting the puck over to Dorian. As Dorian now picks up to Mike Pila. Now Lassick on the far side. As Dorian underneath the net. And a tipped puck there, and he gets run into there by Michael Pila. What a hit. As Dorian gets it off there, and it's picked up by California. Another huge hit, this time by California, as that one's going to go out of play, and it'll be inside California's zone. Steve, some pretty hard hitting yet again.
Yeah, this game is heating up. This game is getting so hot, it's going to melt the ice. Just some huge hits so far, and just back-to-back big hits, just crunching players left and right, and it's going to be a good rest of the game.
Jake Shopes taking a draw for Penn State Altoona. A win there and a good defensive play By number 16, Chaz Henry for California. However, Penn State loses the puck there. Kept in by Dolan. Dolan keeping it in and picked up by California. Again, Dolan with the puck. As that one still gets kept in. As California still trying to keep it going. That, as you see there, the shots on goal, 32-5 in favor of Penn State Altoona. California in the neutral zone. Picked up now by John Bialik of Altoona. Now Dolan with it as it gets passed up ice. And it's going to be trapped there by Derek Hughes as he made sure Jake Shobes couldn't get a quick shot off, Steve.
Yeah, and you want to think, with only 5 shots, Gilchrist, he might be a little rusty. He might be a little slow on his reactions there. Not getting many shots, not getting any action down there. So you never know. He could have just been frozen on that play, on that goal.
Face-off tied up there by California as Penn State comes up with it now. Daniel McDance dumps it back in behind the net. Again, picked up by Penn State Altoona as there's a big hit behind there as the puck's still moving around the ice. As that one is going to be picked off on a bad pass from Joseph Schuler. And this one's just going to go back, not for icing, so Penn State Altoona keeps it there. And a quick play by California as they lose it back to Penn State Altoona as they come up ice. As this is Austin Chase with it. Austin Chase dumping it off there as he gets back to Nick Dance. Nick Dance with a shot and a redirection, and it goes in. Derek Hughes, should have had that one, but a redirect puts it in the net.
I don't know if that one was deflected, Anthony. I think that was just screened by the Nittany Lions with Nick Denise here with a great shot. It might have been deflected by Andrew Estrino, but Derek Hughes getting beat on that blocker side again.
I'm going to say I do believe it was off Andrew Estrino. It looked like it rose up off the stick of Estrino and into the top of the net. So it's going to be 3-1 now, the score with 5 minutes to go in the second period. As California just giving it right back, but stays in neutral ice. A sandwich there between the official and Penn State Altoona. As that one is going to be an icing call against Penn State Altoona. So 4:45 to go here in the second period. It's going to go back in the offensive zone for California.
4 goals scored in this second period, Anthony. But you got to give all the credit that Derek Hughes needs. But all 3 goals from Penn State Altoona, beautiful goals. You can't take anything away from them.
California, quick shot there, saved by Gilchrist. As California in the offensive zone, a big hit there. Still in the near side as California comes up with it. Trying to kick it around. A pass and a big hit there as Penn State Altoona is coming with numbers. Lassick, a quick shot and a goal there by number 93, Mike Lassick, going one-on-one with the goaltender, and he shoots and scores.
Mike Lassick there exposing Derek Hughes' weakness. That glove side has that whole side wide open. Too fast for Derek Hughes on that one with a brilliant shot by Mike Lassick.
And now a 3-goal deficit for California as Derek Hughes left that blocker side open, expecting to go glove side, but he went blocker side and made that goal happen. So 4-1 the score with 4:16 to go as California finally wins a faceoff. Jake Colarossi with it. Losing the puck as there's a tripping penalty coming up against Jake Colarossi, but you can't stop on the play because Penn State Altoona is coming right back. As it's going to be a quick shot and a high shot there. And it's going to be picked up by Jake Colarossi. So it's going to be a hooking call against Jake Colarossi, and Penn State Altoona is going back on the power play, Steve.
Yeah, it's just undisciplined hockey right there. You're down in the game. That's something you don't want to do. You got to keep your head. You got to still play your game. Even though you're down 3 goals, you can't You can't lose track of things. You can't lose your head. Bad penalty.
So 5-on-4 here for Penn State Altoona. Austin Chase wins the draw for Penn State Altoona. Now Nick Dance with it, as his shot goes off the stick of Derek Hughes.
We'll see if the Vulcans can stick with their penalty kill here. They're 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. Penn State Altoona not doing very well on their power play.
A face-off win there by Penn State Altoona. A fake slap shot, and it's going to be saved by the linesman on that play, so bad luck for California. As Austin Chase passes it over, now Nick Denise with it, top of the blue line. A quick pass and a save made, and another save there by Derek Hughes. As California just trying to get this one out. Austin Chase with it, passes over to Nick Denise. Back over to Chase. And it's going to be a quick shot there, bouncing puck as California clears it away. A pass over there to Bialik. Bialik top of the circle now. Pass over to Nick Denise. Denise passing it over top of the circle there and just misses that shot. As Bialik passing it over to Estrino. Now to Austin Chase, top of the circle. And a missed pass there. Nick Denise couldn't pick it up, and he's going to have to retreat now. Less than a minute to go in the penalty kill for California. Headlong pass goes wide, and it's going to be tipped apparently by Austin Chase, so no icing penalty as California clears it there. As Nick Denise with it in his own zone. Passing it up. Dumped off there. As a miscommunication there and losing control of the puck, but Penn State Altoona keeps it. And it's going to be a quick shot trying for the redirect, but nothing happening as California again clears it out of the zone.
Really not many chances for the Nittany Lions on this power play. They've been in California's end, but really can't get anything generated.
Onsides here are the Nittany Lions. Good stick work there, and it's a goal going off of Derek Hughes. And it looked like that was number 16, Michael Pila, on the goal, Steve.
Yeah, Pila. He beats, actually no, was it Pila? Yeah, he beats Derek Hughes on the low glove side, right above his pad there. We heard it go right off his pad. As they set this one up, they go right into the slot. Primetime slot shot right there. Beats Hughes, low glove side, hits right above that pad and goes into the net to make this game 5-1.
As Penn State Altoona with it again, charging up the ice. Andrew Estrino giving it off now as it's some dancing moves there by Mitchell Ruprecht, but California picks it up in their own zone, trying to clear it out. Penn State Altoona again with it, picked up by California in the neutral zone. Now back with Penn State as Andrew Estrino passes it over to Brzezinski. Brzezinski passing it off. Going a headlong pass. It's going to be icing here against Penn State Altoona. So another chance for California in Penn State Altoona territory.
Yeah, Penn State Altoona, they've held them to 7 shots so far, and that could be a huge factor in this game. They have a goal off these 7 shots, but they're going to be looking to fire anything on the net as this game goes on.
Face off here in the Penn State zone. This one's going to go around the horn as it's picked up by California's number 23, Chris Schmidt. And there's going to be a penalty coming here against Penn State Altoona, a holding penalty coming against them as they look like they hauled down Schmidt on the play.
Yeah, and that's a lazy penalty in hockey, holding someone up on the boards there. Penn State Altoona, this isn't what they needed here. This is not what they wanted, giving up a penalty, giving California a chance to maybe tuck another goal home.
As Brzezinski is going to the box for 2 minutes for holding. So unless there's a goal with the last minute of play, he'll have another minute in the third period. Chris Schmidt trying to get the face-off here. And if you're California, Steve, this is a huge segment here. As the clock keeps continuing here, should not be moving, but they're going to say it rolled off.
Yeah, with with little amount of time in the game, California needs to seize this opportunity on the power play.
And Lassick coming off the face-off win, just charging down the ice, and a great save by Derek Hughes. So 46.6 seconds left.
Yeah, that's something Derek Hughes doesn't want. As you see on your screen here, going down the right side, a shot on the penalty kill for the Nittany Lions, something that if you're California, you do not want.
Derek Hughes off a quick shot from Asdurian saves that one. And it looks like this Penn State-Altoona team is just far better than this California team as of right now that we've seen. Winning the faceoff, winning the time of possession, and staying in the zone too.
And you gotta keep in mind the shots too, Anthony. 38-7, just killing them on the shots right now.
California with it here. Jake Colarossi passing it up to Koenig, but he loses control of the puck, and it's going to be kept here by Penn State-Altoona as it's a scrum on the near boards for the puck. Jake Colarossi with a shot, and he just shanks that one. Picked up now by Dolan. Dolan with a stick lift there by California's Jake Colarossi. Moving up the ice, and it's going to be wide there. Picked up again by Penn State-Altoona. Koenig pushing it up there. Koenig again with the puck, but it's going to be out of time, so California losing 5-1, Steve. They have a power play, though, when they come back.
Yeah, they're little. It's looking up for them going into the third period. Hopefully they can capitalize on this opportunity on the penalty.
Well, when we come back from the intermission break, we'll be back for the third period here on CUTV. Stay tuned for more hockey action on CUTV.
CUTV's high school football game of the week. Springdale at Jeff Morgan. Avella at California. Bell Vernon at Ringgold. Greensburg Central Catholic at Charleroi. Waynesburg at Southmoreland. Baldwin at Connellsville. Beth Center at Brownsville. Fraser at Bentworth. Bishop Canavan at Carmichael. The longest running high school coverage in southwestern PA is on CUTV.
Yes. Yes. And welcome back to the Ross Straver Ice Garden here in Ross Straver, PA, where the Penn State Altoona Nittany Lions lead 5-1 over the Cal 2 Vulcans. Again, I'm Anthony D'Agostino alongside me, Stephen Ruffing. Steve, we saw 6 goals in 1 period.
Yeah, and of course 5 of those were from Penn State Altoona. As we see a goal here, just a nice pass cross ice, just finishing it there, going past Derek Hughes, and just they keep coming. 5 goals from Penn State Altoona. As we see another one there, going top corner on Derek Hughes. And here we have California's goal right in the slot with a perfect shot, glove side, getting past the Nittany Lions goalie on that one. But Penn State Altoona, they'll come right back with a shot and a deflection past Derek Hughes for yet another goal. The Penn State Altoona coming back in their 5th goal, their 4th goal, going stick side, top shelf, and setting up for another one here. As we saw, this would be their 5th shot, but their 5th goal. But Penn State Altoona, they were controlling everything in that period.
They were controlling everything in the first 2 periods, as they just kind of have all the speed and the possession time, and shots for that matter. 38-7 in favor of shots. The only time California's really been in their offensive zone is when it has been icing calls, Steve.
Yeah, and even then, they've struggled to create chances off those face-offs, losing a majority of the face-off when possible.
And Steve, you see there our Twitter page. Now you like Twitter, at CUTV_PA.
Yeah, we all like Twitter. It's a great social media outlet, as you see our troops there using Twitter. They use Twitter. We all use Twitter. It's a great way to keep in contact with us. And as well, this is your thing, Anthony, Facebook. You're always on it.
I do like Facebook. However, I'm starting to turn into a versatile guy here. I like Twitter too now. I've been tweeting and retweeting,
Yeah, I've noticed.
And also our YouTube page, CUTV Sports 1, which is where if you're watching live right now, that's where you're watching it, CUTV Sports 1 on YouTube. We post live away games there. And we also post all our tape delay games there as well, from high school football to Vulcan football as well.
Yeah, can't forget our studio shows as well, our student-produced shows like After Hours. Of course, we have the Gary Dunn Show. We have a News Center. All that stuff is put on our. Actually, no, that's the News Center. But anyway, we still use YouTube in a way where we get all of our shows on there.
If you like News Center, this will also be on News Center Highlights. News Center will be airing this Thursday at 5 o'clock live from CUTV. And the highlights from this game and the next game will be on CUTV News Center. So if you can't catch the CUTV News Center and you want to watch it, CUTV News Center is on YouTube as well.
Yeah, and it's a great way just for people that aren't able to see our games or what have you on TV. It's a great way for them to look back, go on YouTube, and find all of our videos and watch them from there.
A lot of archived videos too, Steve.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos from the good old days of CUTV when Gary Smith was just a young child.
We're going to get back to action here real quick, and teams are still huddled up. Referees are huddled up. California, Steve, comes out with a 1-minute man advantage.
Yeah, and they look pretty strong at the end of the second period there. It seemed like their spirits were a little lifted from that power play. They're going to be looking to get some chances here. They only have 7 shots, and of course, you need a lot more than that to put some points on the board.
And referee's about ready to get play underway. California still trying to figure out how they're going to try to come back in this game. As we see for Penn State Altoona on the ice, Armin Asdurian, Mike Lassick, number 17, Joseph Schuler, and their goaltender, Stephen Gilchrist, saving only 6 shots so far today. And then out on the ice for California, number 23, Chris Schmidt. Number 3, Jake Colarossi. Number 2, Ross Koenig. Number 12, Dakota Apperson. And the goaltender for them, Derek Hughes. As it is a 1-on-none here, and it is going to be a save there as the goaltender's stick came out from him, as we have a stoppage here. Not sure what happened there, Steve.
Yeah, Mike Lasik makes a good move there. I'm not sure what's going on, but Mike Lasik beats Derek Hughes here.
There's actually a penalty against California. Not sure what happened. No one's in the penalty box as of yet for them.
I don't believe there is going to be a penalty on Cal. I'm not sure what happened there, but Mike Lasik, anyway, had a great chance there for a shorthanded goal.
As it's going to be a 5-on-3, Steve. 2-minute penalty coming up. A bench minor penalty against, as a puck flying into the stands here. As everyone is okay, didn't hit anybody.
Heads up, folks.
And they just throw it back on the ice. So nobody gets to keep the pucks here, Steve.
No puck keeping in Ross Straver here. They're gonna send them right back onto the ice.
As California trying to win the faceoff here, lost it and just going up ice. Again, 5-on-3 here. 30 seconds on the first penalty. California, the prime opportunity to score here. Colarossi sending it over. And he's going to be offsides.
Now, that was a tough one on that one. It looked like the puck was still on that blue line there. Tough offsides called there. They're going to call it. But like you said, California, this is a great time for them to put a couple points on the board. They have a 5-on-3, and they have a chance to put 2 goals on the board.
Schmidt wins it to Colarossi, as that was a hard pass that just didn't go anywhere, as Tommy Interior has it. Now we're back over to Schmidt. Schmidt, bad pass there, kept in there by Interior, and it's going to be Apperson with it now. 5-on-3 over. And it's going to be a 1-on-1. As some dancing there and a glove save by Derek Hughes on number 19, Armin Asdurian. A good play on defense by Austin Chase, and he wipes out on the board, so California comes back and picks it up. Headlong pass there, and now with it is Tommy Interi. Interi gets it across. And a hit off a Cal player, now in California's zone. And Terry loses the puck, picked up by Penn State Altoona. And a shot there, and it's another shot into the glove of Derek Hughes as the net comes off its moorings. That was Austin Chase on the shot.
Austin Chase with a chance there, shorthanded with 27 seconds left on their penalty kill with a muffed shot on that one. Gets a second chance, running into Derek Hughes, sending him flying into the net, and that net comes off its moorings with a great save by Derek Hughes again.
As the shot's now 40-7. And Steve, I'm not so sure I've seen lopsided shots like this ever in hockey.
Yeah, I don't know. This is it's almost getting out of hand for the Nittany Lions. California needs to find a way to get back in it.
There's a scrum on the near boards as it's played up center ice, picked up there by Penn State Altoona. And it's cleared down ice, and this one will not be icing as Derek Hughes passes it off. And a pass up ice, center ice now. Off the stick of California player. No icing yet again. So California having to retreat back in their own zone. Pass over to Eisenhower. Eisenhower just chips it off. Now Penn State with it. Trying to set something up in the offensive zone. A shot there goes off the goaltender, Derek Hughes. And that one's going to go back to center ice. Retreating now is Brzezinski. Brzezinski with it, passing it off now to Selverian. As California can't find the puck, so Selverian picks it back up. And now with it is Shopes. Shopes shoots it right into the glove of Derek Hughes.
Yeah, he doesn't have to put much effort into that one. Has to just keep that glove facing out, and that puck just finds its way in there.
17:02 to go here. 5-1 the score in favor of Penn State Altoona. Chris Schmidt going to take the draw with Mike Lassick. As California picks it up. Passes it over to Colarossi. Colarossi missed pass there. And this is going to go right over to California's Koenig. As he passes it off, and it goes right to number 10, Dolan. As California retreats back in their own zone. Picked up by Penn State Altoona, dumping it back in. California trying to find something going here on offense. It's number 23, Chris Schmidt, who loses control of the puck. As Mike Lassick has it and dumps it off, and now California's Jake Colorassi's got it, and it's going to be picked up by number 17 and Terry, but Penn State Altoona comes back, and a shot there by Colarossi. Penn State Altoona trying to pick it back up here in their own zone. California trying to get some poke checks, but Penn State Altoona's got it. It's Lassick. Lassick trying to clear it, and he does. It's going to be kept here and not on sides. It's going to be a save there by Derek Hughes, as that was number 16 on the play, Michael Pila.
Yeah, Pilo with some stick handling there close to the net. Derek Hughes just stays strong in that net, follows that puck wherever it goes, and just grabs it with the leather on that one.
A redirected shot that goes up there as California back in their own zone. Scrum on it with the near boards. Picked up there by Chase. As Chase still with it. Getting off to Nick Denise. Brzezinski with it now, pushing it forward. And picked up. Scrum on the board with Jazz Henry. And a intercepted pass there, but picked right up by Penn State Altoona. And now California can finally get something going, but a turnover there, and it's Austin Chase with it. And it's Chase behind the net. And a big hit there. Picked up now by number 16, Chaz Henry for California. And it goes up now to Eisenhower. Eisenhower getting hit on the boards there. And a big open ice hit there by California's number 19, Adam Brown. As California dumps in, goes with a line change.
California, they're down, but they're definitely not out. Still playing strong, still forechecking, still getting that puck, playing great defense.
Schmidt trying to dangle there, as now Richard Myers has it, gets it out to Jake Colarossi. Colarossi with a shot and a save made there by Gilchrist. As Schmidt with it, and a stick in the way of his shot there, picked up by Brzezinski. As Brzezinski falls to the ice, but no penalty coming for California. Kept in there by is California there. And Jake Colarossi comes to the far side near the blue line. Batted out of the air by Penn State Altoona. As Derek Hughes bats it over. Dakota Apperson with it now. Losing control of the puck there as he finally picks it back up behind the net. As it goes back around. Off the glass and into the Penn State Altoona zone. As he lost control of it but picks it back up. That was Dolan. Now California with it. Apperson. A little fancy move there. Pass to nobody there and picked up by Dolan. On a line change for California. Dolan. A glove save there by Derek Hughes as Dolan was looking for the top shelf.
Yeah, Dolan with a great shot, but a better save by Derek Hughes on that one. That all came from a turnover in the neutral zone. A bad pass to nobody during a line change for California. Maybe they're just trying to dump it in, but Penn State Altoona, they took advantage of it. California, they're lucky they didn't score.
As that one goes off the glass. As Nick Denise there. And picked up by California in their own zone. It's Eisenhower. Eisenhower dumping it off. It's going to be an offsides if they touch it, so California picks it up here. As it's a pass up ice. But Eisenhower was not ready for it, so Nick Denise has it, and it's going to go up the ice, and will be an icing call here. And it'll go back down to the Penn State Altoona zone, Steve.
Yeah, it's going to be icing penalty going down to their zone. California, this is where they're getting their opportunities. This is where they need to capitalize on their opportunities, getting the puck free in their offensive zone on this, looking for a quick shot off the faceoff.
And they lost the faceoff there, so Penn State Altoona clears it out. And it's going to be a no icing penalty, a call there. As California back in their own zone, trying to get out again. Penn State Altoona wins that battle. Right in front of the net. Nothing happening there for Penn State Altoona, but they maintain possession of the puck. And Pila with it now far side. His shot goes wide of the goal cage. It is picked up by California in their own zone. Again, trying to get it out, but they can't. This is Austin Chase with it, dangling around the defenders. Chase passing it off in front of Chase, and that one is going to be glove saved by Derek Hughes as Armin Asdurian had a little chip shot there.
Yeah, Asdurian, he gets that shot off, hits the stick of a California defender, and Derek Hughes, he wasn't ready for that little deflection. He was down and low, ready for that low shot, but that puck got deflected off a California stick, and he just got his glove up in time to stop that rainbow of the shot.
Astrino lost it to the Vulcans as California trying to get some moves moving here, and they just dump it in. Colarossi going out to Chase. Picks it up. No one in front of the net there is picked up, but now California back with it. Lost the puck to Andrew Astrino, and he passes it along up to Austin Chase. Chase with a shot, and it's a saved in the basket of Derek Hughes.
Yeah, shot right in that California logo on the center of his chest, and no problem for Derek Hughes on that one as he just covers it right up.
45 shots on goal for Penn State Altoona, 11:28 to go in the third period.
Yeah, they're going to be on pace for maybe 50-plus shots by the end of this game.
Jake Colarossi, the leading scorer for California, trying to get his team moving here as he pushes it up ice. Broken stick on the play as a Penn State Altoona player, but they pick it right back up. As pass ahead to Selverian. Selverian trying to move her here, passes it over to Bialik. As scrum on the boards goes out to McCafferty. And now Selverian passing it over to Dolan. Into the glove of Koenig for California. As they move it up ice in the neutral zone. Right into the skates of Dolan, so he's going to pick it up for Penn State Altoona and move up ice. Dolan moving over through all the defenders there, and the puck squirts through Hughes, but not through the net, so no harm, no foul there for California. Penn State Altoona again in their zone. John Bialik passing it off to Selverian. As Koenig with it, as he dumps it off, and there's a chance here for California as Richard Myers has it. And a big hit there as he gets taken off.
And that was California's chance there from number 22, Richard Myers, but wasn't able to get anything with that open ice hit.
Dumped in there by Altoona. As California with it again, a loss there as Durian. As Durian passed it off and a save there by Hughes. As that is going to go off a skate of Penn State's player, so Lassick going to pass it off there. Tipped, but right to number 17, Schuler, as he hands it off to Lassick. Lassick, near side. Hard angle shot, saved by Hughes, as it's a blocked shot there by California. As Penn State Altoona goes back and picks it up, and that's Joseph Schuler.
That should have been Penn State Altoona's 47th shot, But they haven't updated it yet, but very close to hitting that 50 mark.
Little chip there is going to have to pass it back since someone was offsides for Penn State. As now California with it up here, slipping there on the play with number 15, Denulvery for Penn State Altoona. Ice definitely playing a factor here for both teams. However, Penn State Altoona has been able to manage as California lost the puck there, kind of just stuck on the ice, Steve.
Yeah, you know, we've been saying it all night. This ice is a huge factor in why this puck is slowing down, why these skaters are, as the puck's almost given up there because of the ice. And it's just coming into play tremendously in this game.
Off the glass and picked out there by Koenig, but a scrum on the boards, and he pushes it down ice into the defensive zone for Penn State Altoona. Hurling up the boards is Austin Chase, as Chase stops, keeps it behind the net. As Chase gets it off to Madrid. Now Nick Denise. Colarossi puts it back to Apperson. As now number 23, Chris Schmidt, has got it for California. Schmidt gets it off the glove of Gilchrist, but picked right up by Penn State Altoona. Saved there by Gilchrist on a tough shot from the blue line. As Nick Denise sends it around. As a puck comes in front of the net. And number 12, Apperson, comes and picks it up. A tough shot there, saved by Gilchrist. And they're just kind of throwing everything in front of the net, Steve.
Yeah, and honestly, that's what they should have been doing all game. Any chances here? Look at him, just a quick turn and shoot by Dakota Apperson on that one, making the goalie make a save and just working him around. And that's what they need to be doing, just get anything on that net.
As Penn State Altoona wins the draw. And the near boards. The puck's with it. California trying to get, again, something happening here on offense. As a tough stick up there by Penn State Altoona as they come away with the puck. As Penn State Altoona comes up. Poke check there by California, but Penn State picks it right back up. It's Silverian. His shot goes right to another player. And still fighting for the puck is Hughes, and he comes up with the save. As Jake Shopes was trying to get that redirecting shot in there.
You'll see the replay here. Derek Hughes coming up big still. He's still playing with all of his heart out there, making some big saves, finding that puck in that scrum and just covering it up.
As we have a stoppage here, Steve. I think someone might have called a timeout.
I think that's what's going on here, and just try to figure some things out. Not sure what exactly they're going to do here, but so far, Penn State Altoona with 48 shots to California's 9.
And Steve, you see there on your screen the Cal U Marching Band drum line here today. Always love hearing the drums in the homecoming hockey game.
Yeah, it's really a great thing to see this marching band come out and support the hockey team. Like we said before, it's very rare that we have a chance to cover hockey as they play some really late games, and it just wouldn't work right with our schedule. But the marching band or the drum line out here supporting the hockey team on this homecoming week with full support, and just it's great to hear them in the background.
As get ready to come back to action here. The face-off is coming from the far circle in the California offensive zone. As it looks like Adam Brown will take the draw for California. And draw one there by Penn State Altoona. Dolan lost control of the puck, and he comes back with it, and he's trying to skate through, but it's going to be having to wait till his players come back on sides. He just dumps it in to Henry. As a play there by Penn State Altoona, just circling back around as he passes it along. Stays on sides on the play. As California comes up with the puck there, passing it along, but it just goes right to number 14, Brzezinski. As Brzezinski passes it along to number 11, Matthew Kelly. As a puck flipped up by California. And getting it is Tommy and Terry. And Terry gets hauled down on a play, no call, as Dolan picks it up for Penn State Altoona.
Yeah, it could have been maybe a charging penalty or even a hitting but from behind. There's no call. It could have went either way.
As Dolan stops at the blue line. As, again, California now with it in their own zone. Just getting it out is in Terry. Back and forth we go. Number 13 with it now, Austin Chase. Losing control of the puck, picked up by California. As that one is batted out of the air by Nick Denise. As now we have a penalty call here, some roughing going on. It's going to be against Penn State Altoona.
And Anthony, we see look at there, just some unsportsmanlike conduct after that, possibly a roughing penalty on that one. Just the hit after the play was Chris Schmidt, and that's going to be a penalty every single time.
Yeah, that one's going against Austin Chase for Penn State Altoona. Adam Brown loses the draw there. As Penn State Altoona comes up with the puck again. Headlong pass, and it's going to be as Durian coming up with it here. A hard angle shot, and he picks it up again. As Durian loses control of the puck with a missed pass, but Penn State Altoona comes right back up with it. Mind you, Steve, this is a penalty kill for Penn State Altoona.
Right, and it looks like it's even strength the way they're playing.
As Jake Colorasi comes and picks it up for California. As he hits the player there. Now pushing it up ice along the near boards. Koenig passes it up, dumps it in, and picks it up by Nick Denise now. Denise just giving it away, but a broken stick by California. Kind of got his stick caught there, and Denise. So we'll have to go pick up some new lumber. As Penn State Altoona still with it here. Just passing it around. As Nick Denise with it now for Penn State Altoona. Moving in himself. Denise near side. Loses control of the puck, but it's picked up and pushed out by Penn State Altoona. And there's going to be a tripping penalty here against as Durian. He tripped up number 17, Tommy and Thierry. And this is going to be another 5-on-3 for California for 30 seconds, Steve.
Yeah, when you're leading in a game like this, 5-1 with a great deficit as we have here, there's no reasons to be taking these penalties. They're penalties that can be easily avoided. It's nothing that was just by any chance. Just bad play from Penn State Altoona giving California a 5-on-3 chance.
Penn State Altoona comes up with the draw and sends it down ice. As Hughes stops it for Neugbauer. Another player we haven't seen yet. Neugbauer passes it off to Interi. Interi passing it off there. This is going to be controlled by Neugbauer there on the far side. Neugbauer with a slap shot and a glove save there. And pushing it in was California. As Neugbauer keeps it in. Fighting for the puck there. It's going to be a penalty, tripping penalty against California, so should be even strength once they touch up here.
Yeah, we're going to have a 4-on-4, a lot of open ice here coming up, Anthony, but a tripping penalty on the Vulcans, a penalty that you really wanted to avoid with 1:17 left on their power play. Now we're going to have a 4-on-4 for 1:17, and then the rest of it, Penn State Altoona, they're going to have a 43-second power play.
As looks like number 8, Andrew Estrino, is going to win the face-off for Penn State Altoona, but give it right over to Koenig as he gets it to Henry. Henry back over to Koenig. As Henry pushes it up ice. Again, some open ice here. As Richard Myers with it glove side, and it's going to be a catch there in this glove by Gilchrist, although if he didn't catch it, looked like it would have been wide anyways.
Yeah, it looked like it was going wide on that, just stopping the play, giving the Vulcans a chance to win this face-off and maybe get a shot off of it.
As Richard Myers loses the draw to Penn State Altoona, as Nick Denise gets it up and no one home there, so Chaz Henry with it, dumping it off. 4 on 4 here as Penn State Altoona picks it back up as Nick Denise sends it up ice. And it's not going to be icing because Austin Chase comes flying out there and is able to pick up the puck.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere with that speed.
As now you see Eisenhower with it, skating up ice as that's a long pass to Myers. And Nick Denise for Penn State Altoona is going to pick it up. He's going to move on, passing it up ice to Austin Chase. Chase dropping it off to Nick Denise. And trying for a redirected shot there was Estrino. However, California's going to pick it up here with number 22, Richard Myers. Penalty kill time for California for 40 seconds. Dumping it up there as you see Estrino sending it over. Now to Asdurian. Asdurian skating up ice. Asdurian, far side. Trying to split some defenders, however, can't do it as California's Tommy and Thierry sends it down ice. Colarossi with some speed as Gilchrist sends that one away. Now Asdurian for Penn State Altoona. Asdurian, pass. A shot there goes wide by Michael Pila as the California wins the penalty kill there. A minute left to go in the third period. California down 5-1. And a save there by Hughes.
Yeah, you got to think that this one is, you don't want to make any assumptions, but you got to think this one's over. California 49 shots to 11, only having 11 shots. But Derek Hughes really stayed in this game. He had 44 save, and that itself is an impressive night.
Penn State Altoona wins the draw yet again. Dolan with a shot and a save made by Derek Hughes. That is 50 shots on goal now by Penn State Altoona.
Yeah, with 50 shots, you got to think 5 goals. In reality, is it that bad when you have 50 shots on goal? Is 45 save really not bad?
As Penn State Altoona wins the draw. California now comes up with it as they send it down ice. Not going to be icing, won't get there in time. Dolan picks it up for Penn State Altoona. Skating up ice. 30 seconds on the clock. Dolan moving up. Gets his stick lifted. Stops on a dime. Now Asdurian with it. Asdurian sends it off to Pila. Pila was stopped on the boards. Asdurian with it now. As that one's sent in. As Pila with it behind the net. Picked up there by Penn State Altoona. A shot there and save made by Hughes as Penn State Altoona still has it. 1 second. And that'll be it. So the final score, Steve, 5-1 with 50 saves for Derek Hughes.
What an impressive night on his end. Sadly, there was just too much coming at him on that one. Can only stop 56 of them. Sadly, California goes down.
Well, California falls 5-1 here in this game. California 2 falls 5-1 over Penn State Altoona. Thanks for watching this first game of the doubleheader of hockey. For Stephen Ruffing, I'm Anthony D'Agostino. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for the next game of the doubleheader. Cal 1 playing Robert Morris. Stay tuned for that. So thanks again for watching. Have a great day, everyone.